subordinate codes. Subordinate codes. Article 233 to 237 of Part 6 talks about subordinate codes, provisions, independence of the subordinate codes. Appointment of, so first, for the judges exam, the first judge will be like a junior, 2 exams will be conducted. First is judge, only junior judge, junior judges exam. If you work as a junior judge for 4 months, then you will be called as district judge. Junior district judge is a recruitment all over India. Junior district judge. So first you will be appointed as a junior district judge, which is called as technically first class magistrate or metropolitan magistrate or subordinate judge. So when you are a subordinate judge, you will be presiding over the Grama Nyayalaya. First is appointment of district judge. Appointment, posting and promotion of district judge in the state are made by the governor in consultation with High Court. A person to be appointed as a district judge should have the following qualification. He should not already be in service of the central or no government job. He should have been advocate or a pleader for 7 years. He should be an advocate for 7 years. But these qualifications will be varying according to states. It's not compulsory. This is a general rules which are prescribed, but states can keep according to their preferences. He should be recommended by High Court for appointed. He should be recommended by High Court. So, how he can be appointed? He can be appointed by the recommendation of High Court. So, this is the first level, which is appointment of district judge. Appointment of district judges. Appointment of persons other than the district judges to judicial service of a state are made by the governor of the state after consultation with the State Public Service Commission and the High Court. 2 things you have to understand first. Some states will recruit directly district head, district court, district judge if they have 7 years of experience. Directly, governor will be appointing with the permission of, with the consultation of High Court. But other than the district judges, means first class magistrate, junior judge, there is no requirement of any experience. Directly by writing the exam of Public Service Commission with consultation with High Court, the governor will be appointing as junior judges. This is the appointment for judges in subordinate courts. Control over subordinate courts. The supreme control over the subordinate court is High Court. The control over district courts and their subordinate courts, including the posting, promotion and leave of persons belonging to the judicial service of a state and holding any post inferior to post of district judge, is vested in High Court. The expression district court, listen carefully. The expression district court includes judge of a city civil court, additional district judge, joint district judge, assistant district judge, chief judge of a small cause court, chief presidency magistrate, additional chief presidency magistrate, sessions judge, additional sessions judge and assistant sessions judge. These all are district judges. But usually, commonly 2 words we will be using. One is district judge, other is sessions judge. These all were being used in British times. But now we are using district judge, civil, sessions court judge for criminal. The expression judicial service, I told you, expression judicial service or judicial officers. The expression judicial service or judicial officers means a service consisting exclusively of persons intended to fill the post of district judge and other civil judicial posts inferior to the post of district judge. So, judicial service or judicial officers means who are inferior to district judge. Means inferior to district judge means if I want to become a commissioner of police, deputy commissioner of police and assistant commissioner of police will be the judicial officers. Commissioner of police will be called as district judge. So, in that way, district judicial services or judicial officers means the judges who are subordinate to district judge. Understand this. The organizational structure, jurisdiction and nomenclature of the subordinate judiciary are laid down by the states, hence they differ slightly from, I told you now only. So, the qualifications will be varying from state to state. 3 types of civil and criminal courts below the High Court. First, listen carefully. State, for a state level. District and Sessions Judges Court. District and Sessions Judges Court. This is this side, this is District judge is civil side, sessions judge is criminal side. First, criminal side first. Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? I use the word criminal side here, sessions judge, here district judge on the top, second. Subordinate judges court, chief judicial magistrates court. Now you see the words are changing. When I am going to criminal side, the name is chief judicial magistrate court. When I am going to the civil, it is called a subordinate judges court. Land disputes, marriage disputes will be this side. Murder will be this side. Chief judicial magistrates court. Below him, judicial magistrates court. First, we will go to judicial magistrate court. If you have any experience, first bail application will be given in judicial magistrate court. If we cancel, again we can go to chief judicial magistrate court. If it's cancelled, again we can go to district. If it is cancelled, then we will go to high court. Here, municipal court, subordinate judges court, and district judge. This is civil side, this is criminal side. This is civil side, this is criminal side. So in civil side, it is municipal court. Above the municipal court, there is subordinate judges court. Above him, district judge. This side, judicial magistrates court. Chief judicial magistrate, only difference, judicial magistrate, chief is added. Judicial magistrate court, chief. Chief judicial magistrate court, and here it is sessions judge. So this is criminal side, this is civil side. Why I am focusing on this? Because most of them will be reading high courts and Supreme Court, but they will not bother about subordinate courts. That is the reason I explained you about Nyayalay, National Legal Services Authority, Lok Adalats, subordinate courts. First appeal will be happening at subordinate courts. Actually, we should have command over subordinate courts. If any case happens on you, first you have to go to the subordinate court, not to the high court. You should know everything about the subordinate court. So one is criminal side is different and civil side is different. But in high court, there is no distinction between criminal side and civil side. Every judge can take every criminal case as well as civil case. But here there is separation. This is civil side, this is criminal side. Why? The number of cases are more here. The number of cases, why? Because the hearing will start at district level. So here the number of cases are more, hence there is a distinction. Whereas high court, they will be rejecting most of the cases, As I am an advocate, I did my LLB and LLM, I myself have an awareness, I am a member of Hyderabad High Court. So I know most of the cases which are filed will be rejected, they will not accept the case simply. So the number of cases in the High Court will be less. Here, most often they will be accepting the cases. So the number of cases here will be more. The district judge is the highest judicial authority in the district. He possesses original and appellate jurisdiction in both civil and criminal cases. When he deals with civil cases, he is known as district judge. When he hears criminal cases, he will be called as session judge. One more. If some districts, there will be only one judge. And that judge, called as district judge, one judge only, he will be called as district judge when he is discussing civil case. The same judge, when he is hearing criminal case, he will be called as sessions judge. So in some districts, if there is absence of sessions judge as well as district judge, why? Because the number of judges are less or more? Less. So most often the district judge will be acting as a civil judge as well as criminal judge. But the name will be, will be different. When he is hearing the civil cases, he will be called as district judge. When he is hearing criminal case, he will be called as sessions judge. That is the difference. The district judge exercises both judicial and administrative powers. Has supervisory powers over all the subordinate courts in the district. Means what? Subordinate judges court, municipal court, chief judicial magistrate court, judicial magistrate court. On this, who will be having the power? District judge. On the complete, who is having the power? High court. Appeals against his orders. Appeals against his orders and judgments lie to High Court. So from the district court, it directly goes to High Court. The sessions judge has power to impose any sentence, including life imprisonment and capital imprisonment. This is very important point. The sessions judge, why? Because criminal case, no, death sentence. The sessions judge have the power to impose death sentence, which is also called as capital judgment. But when a capital punishment is given by the district sessions judge, it should be reapproved by High Court. It should be reapproved by the High Court. If it is not approved by the High Court, then that execution will not be made as a legal execution. It will be not allowed to be executed. So compulsory it should be reapproved by High Court. A capital punishment is subject to confirmation by High Court whether there is appeal or not. Whether there is appeal or not, but it should be confirmed by the. Below the district and sessions court stands the court of subordinate judge on the civil side and court of chief judicial magistrate on the criminal side. The subordinate judge exercises unlimited pecuniary jurisdiction over civil suits. The chief judicial magistrate decides criminal cases which are punishable with imprisonment for a term up to 7 years. Up to 7 years, chief judicial magistrate can give the punishment. If the crime is such that the punishment will be more than 7 years, he don't have power. He should send it to the sessions court. Very good. Then he should pump it to the sessions court. The chief judicial magistrate have the power to give punishment only up to 7 years. Means the offence which he should deal such that the punishment should not be more than 7 years. If the offence such that if the punishment will be more than 7 years, in the first instance itself, we should tell that it should go to, like murder, 14 years. So chief judicial magistrate doesn't have the power to discuss about the murder cases. It will go to sessions court. And the sessions judge have a power to give not only 17 years, 14 years of imprisonment, but also death sentence. But it should be reconfirmed by High Court. Articles related to subordinate courts. 233. Appointment of district judges. 233A, validation of appointments and judgments delivered by certain district judges. 234, recruitment of persons other than district judges to the judicial services. 235, control over subordinate courts. 236, interpretation of the judgments. Application of the provisions of this chapter to certain class or classes of magistrates. These are the articles related to subordinate courts.